What's going on, everybody? How we doing today? So today I'm going to be going over 7 things that have helped me in my own fitness journey. So when I first got started into fitness, when I started taking it seriously, because I used to work out when I was younger, when I was a kid, I did sports and everything. But when I first got into it, I was 260 pounds and I was able to cut down to 160 pounds in 6 months. So super quick. I lost 100 pounds in 6 months, and I put together a list of 7 things that I learned throughout that process. And these are actually 7 things that I still live by to this day that just help me stay consistent when it comes to fitness. So that's what I'm going to be showing you guys today. And if you incorporate some of these things, that'll help you lose weight too and keep it off. And it is my this comment is funny. Somebody said eating my chicken breast and mixed vegetables right now. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. It's those little sacrifices that you make consistently that get you to be looking the way you want to look. And it's a Saturday, so that's dedication right there. But yeah, that's what it's about. Eating what you don't want to eat because it's going to get you looking the way you want to look. So before I get into the list, the 7 things that I got that have helped me lose 100 pounds in 6 months, I want to know from you guys, what is your fitness goal? What is your 3-month fitness goal? And if you have any other fitness related questions, you can ask it right here, and I'll do my best to answer you. I appreciate everybody that has been spending their Saturday, spending their weekend with me. So let's get into this. Okay, number 1. Eat protein and vegetables with each meal. Okay, so every meal needs to have, this is the meal, right? Every meal needs to have a protein and some vegetables. And guess what? It doesn't only have to be protein and vegetables. Like, let's say you want to have a slice of pizza too. You have the slice of pizza with the protein and the vegetables. Now, why do I follow this rule? Because if at every meal I'm going to be eating protein and vegetables, it's automatically going to make that meal lower in calories, higher in protein. So look right here. You see here, like imagine you have 2 people. One person is eating protein, vegetables, and a slice of pizza, right? But then you have the other person who's only eating pizza. This person who's eating the protein, the vegetables, and the pizza is overall consuming less calories. They're consuming more protein than the person who's only consuming the pizza for their meal. So guess what? If you put these 2 in a room and they both continue to eat like this, the person who's eating the protein and the veggies with the pizza, they're going to have way more muscle mass, even if both of these people weigh the same amount. So just eating a protein and some vegetables at every meal is an easy way to make sure you get your protein in. And if you're trying to build muscle, eat protein and veggies at every meal. Ladies, if you're trying to grow your legs and your glutes, eat protein and veggies at every meal. And like I said, it don't only got to be protein and veggies, but incorporate a lot of protein and vegetables at every meal. That's just a healthy lifestyle habit to have. Does this make sense? Do you guys see the value in that? We see. All right. Dontrell, what's going on, man? How we doing? Okay, next tip that I have for you. Do at least 30 minutes of cardio every day, especially if you're somebody who's inactive. All right, doing 30 minutes of cardio every day is just going to help you burn more calories. On average, you're going to be burning 300 calories more a day if you can just be that kind of person. Now, this is definitely for the people who are inactive. So let me paint the story like this. Me, what I do for my occupation, I'm a fitness coach, meaning I sit down for majority of the day. Outside of me going to the gym, I am extremely sedentary. That is why I do an hour of cardio every single day. And guess what? With me doing an hour of cardio every day, I still don't burn the same amount of calories as somebody who has an active job. So me versus my mailman, even if he never works out, he burns way more calories than me just because he has an active occupation. My best friend who's a plumber, he burns way more calories than me just because he has an active occupation. So the people who have active jobs and they work out, it's much easier for you guys to stay lean because you're just burning more calories because you're forced to because of your job. That's why I say do at least 30 minutes of cardio every day, especially if you're sedentary. I really want to tell you to do an hour, but baby steps. If you can't do an hour, do 30 minutes. Does that make sense? Next tip, lift weights at least 3 days a week. Why do we lift weights? We lift weights so that we build muscle while we are losing body fat. Okay. You don't want to just be in a calorie deficit. Even if you're in a calorie deficit and you're eating your protein, if you're not lifting weights, you're still not going to be building muscle. So eat right, do your cardio so you'll lose weight, but lift weights as well so that you're able to build muscle. So if you want to build muscle, if you want to look toned, you need to be lifting weights at least 3 days a week. And if we're going to be lifting weights 3 days a week, this is how I like to split it up. Or this is what I would do. I would work out Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I would literally do, let's say, these 3 exercises. I would do push-ups. I would do squats. And I would do sit-ups. I would do 3 sets of each one of these exercises. And how many reps would I do? I would go until failure, which pretty much means just do as many as I could. That's just a beginner level routine. Actually, when I first got into working out, I literally did that. And I actually built muscle doing a pretty simple basic level routine like that. Now, if you're more advanced than that, then do something that's more advanced. Don't backtrack. But if you don't work out at all, you can literally do something this easy and start building muscle. Okay. Next, when it comes to snacking, buy fruit instead of junk food. Buy fruit instead of junk food. That right there is going to be a game changer for a lot of people that are trying to lose weight. I used to snack on Oreos, Doritos. I used to buy boxes of cereal in my milk. I used to buy ice cream. I used to get M&Ms. The peanut M&Ms were my favorite. I used to love honey buns. I used to love Swiss rolls. I was a fat boy. I used to love to buy junk food. I loved it. It tasted amazing. It was delicious. One of the biggest things that I did that helped me out was I only would snack on fruit. Okay, fruit. And if it wasn't fruit, I would do a protein bar. And if it wasn't a protein bar, it'd be a protein shake. But I just snacked on healthier things. You could do Greek yogurt. You could do boiled eggs. Just do something that you know to be healthy. Even if it's nuts, you do that in moderation. That's going to be better than just straight up trash. So just try to do the best that you can. And this is a side note. When it comes to getting in shape and being fit, if you notice, there are plenty of people out there that are in phenomenal shape. And a lot of people will have different philosophies on what works. Now, what I take from that and what I know is that there are a lot of people who are in phenomenal shape who don't really know the science behind getting in great shape. They just do the best that they can with what they know, and that works for them. And literally, you could do the same. If you just do the best that you can with what you know, you'll get in good shape. Like if you go to a deli and you're like, man, I want a snack. You could either pick up a muffin or you can pick up an apple. We know I should eat the apple if I'm trying to lose weight. You know, like when I lost 100 pounds in 6 months, I didn't know what a calorie was. I didn't know what protein was. I didn't know anything. I just made the best decisions that I could with what I knew at that time. And then you learn as you go. So just do the best if you just make good decisions and make the best decisions that you can with the current knowledge that you have, you'll get into shape. Not the best shape, but you won't be bad. Okay, next, have fit friends. Have fit friends. We all know peer pressure. Like it's a real thing. You know, like all of my friends are fit. There are days when I'm in bed and I'm feeling lazy and I don't want to, I want to oversleep. Let's say it's the weekend. And then I pull out my phone. I see that my friends are in the gym. They done finished 2 hours of cardio and did a full-blown workout. Guess what I do? I get out of bed I take a shower, I go to the gym, and I do what they did, plus a little bit more. So it's positive peer pressure. If all of your friends are fit, if you are around fit people, it's just going to motivate you. Next, hire a coach. When I got into the best shape of my life, it's because I had a coach. You know, he had my nutrition dialed in. He had like, it is not even that I didn't know what to do, but he just held me accountable to literally execute on what I knew at the highest level. So all of my meals were perfect. All of my cardio sessions were done with intensity. All of my workouts were done with intensity. My sleeping was on point. He just held me accountable for me to execute at the highest level, and I got the best results of my life. And then finally, give 70% if you can't give 100%. This basically means do not have an all or nothing mentality. If you are feeling tired one day, or if you're feeling down, do something. Don't just quit and give up. Or if you step on the scale and you see that you didn't lose any weight, don't quit and just stop. You keep on trying the best that you can, and you just do something rather than just do nothing. It also means if you want to have a cheat day, right? Let's say you feel like having a cheat day, right? And you could eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, right? Most people, when they're feeling down, what they'll do is this. Breakfast will be trash, sad face. Lunch will be trash, sad face. Dinner will be trash. So the whole day is 100% bad. What winners do is on the days when they're not feeling it, they have 3 meals a day. Breakfast is good. It's healthy. Lunch is good. It's healthy. Dinner is trash. This way, only 30% of the day is bad. So these are the 7 things that I got for you. All right. Eat 8 ounces of protein and veggies with each meal. Do at least 30 minutes of cardio every day. Lift weights 3 days a week. Buy fruit instead of junk food. Have fit friends. Hire a fitness coach to hold you accountable. And give 70% if you can't give 100%. Those are the 7 things that have helped me lose 100 pounds in 6 months and have helped me stay fit ever since then. So that's what I got for you guys. All right. Now, for all the people here, does anybody here, has anybody here ever wanted to work with a fitness coach? If you have, comment in the comment section now. I might have a surprise for you guys. If anybody here has ever wanted to work with a fitness coach one-on-one, have somebody make your meal plan, hold you accountable, check in on you, all of that good stuff, just to make sure you're doing everything right, comment in the comment section. Just put like me. Okay. Yes. Come on, everybody. Answer. Don't be lazy. Okay, got a few yeses. All right. Let's see what Facebook and YouTube is looking like. Okay, yes. All right. So for all the people that have ever wanted to work with a fitness coach, what I'm doing as sort of a promotion, and it's a little special deal for you guys, is I'm doing a fitness coaching thing where I'm giving you guys 1 month at 50% off. So, and I'll keep this live for the next, let's say, 30 minutes. So for the first month, it'll be $125. This way, you guys will be able to get your plan, get started, start seeing results. Then after that, it'll be $250 a month. Okay. Now, if you guys are interested in that, you can comment the word me, and then I'll drop the link here so you guys can get access to it. You sign up, then we schedule your first call, either for Tuesday, because Monday's a holiday. But you fill out all the information, and Tuesday will be your first call. So if that's something that you're interested in, then you can comment the word me, and I'll put the link here and tell you guys how to get access to that. Now, it's going to be $125 for the first month for you. Then after that, it's going to be $250 a month. All right, let's see. Let's check out. In the meantime, do me a favor. Everybody drop your questions in the comment section. All right. So for all the people that are interested in that, if you're on Instagram, right here in the comment section, just comment the word ready. 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 And then automatically the link to sign up will be DM'd to you. So if you are on Instagram, comment the word ready. All right. All right, let's see what it's looking like on YouTube, Facebook. All right, everybody, come on, drop your questions. We've got a little bit of time left. Then I got to go. Fitness coach changed my life. I lost 75 pounds. That's amazing. That's amazing. Good work. Good work. How does it feel to lose 75 pounds? That is phenomenal. Yeah, I love that. 75 pounds down is no joke. All right, let's see. Come on, what questions we got? How many calories and protein in my food? So if you're asking how many calories and proteins in your food, then that means you don't really know how to count calories or track your grams of protein. So that means you're like a super beginner. So matter of fact, tell me, I can do a lesson on how to count your calories and track your grams of protein. Matter of fact, I'll do it right now. Okay. I'm actually going to drop, if you're on YouTube or Facebook, look at the comment section. I'm going to drop the link for you to sign up for the fitness coaching. Like I said, everybody, it is $125 for the first month. Then it is $250 every month after that. All right. So if you're on YouTube and Facebook, I just put the link in the comment section. All right. So I'm going to actually pull up my Fitness Pal and see if I can show you how to track your calories. All right, can you guys see this screen? So this is an app called MyFitnessPal. Now let me show you what it looks like to track your calories. So this is what you're gonna see. Download an app like this. So all you have to do is just, track your food. You just input literally what you eat. You weigh it out just to make sure everything is accurate. Okay. Let's see. You a great deal. I owe you a great deal. Went from 213 to 172 this past year. I love that. You keep up the good work. Round of applause to you. That's amazing. Keep up the good work. Let's see. Life changing. 75 pounds and it's life changing. 100%. Yeah. So if you guys are struggling with losing weight, so if you are somebody who's struggling with losing weight, what is the hardest thing about you losing weight? Like, drop the answer in the comment section so I could just get a better understanding of what you may be struggling with. All right. Question. So normally you recommend meat and veggies every day for fat loss. How long should one do this way of eating? Okay. Let me see. How do I want to answer that? So the reason why, sorry, I want to give you a simple answer. I want to give you a simple answer that I think is actually going to help you. Okay. I recommend eating meat and veggies. I recommend you eat that way literally for like the rest of your life, because it's going to help you lose weight and always keep the weight off. Now, let me scroll back to the top of my presentation. So at the top of my presentation, I said you always want to have protein and vegetables, right? So, matter of fact, let's scroll to the bottom. So let's say you want to lose weight. This is how every meal should look. Every meal needs to be protein and veggies. And you can just keep it like that. If you do chicken breast and veggies, or fish and veggies, or ground beef and veggies, you're gonna lose weight. There's no question about it. Like, you're gonna lose weight. Now, let's say you've lost weight. Now you just want to maintain. Now, what your meals could look like is like this: protein, veggies, and some carbs. So the protein could be chicken breast, the veggies could be broccoli, the carbs could be some rice. That's how you want to switch it up. So you're still doing the protein and the veggies, but now you're giving yourself a little bit more room to have some carbohydrates. All right. That's the simple way for me to put it for you. Ooh, that was good. I wish I was recording that. I might just I might just say that again just so I can answer it again. Oh man, somebody said discipline. Yeah. So when you want to lose weight, discipline is very important. When you want to lose weight, you need to make a plan and then stick to your plan. So if I say I'm going to have a protein shake for breakfast and chicken breast and mixed veggies for my lunch and dinner, every day I'm going to have a protein shake for breakfast and chicken breast and veggies for my lunch and dinner. I'm going to stick to the plan that I made for myself. And that's what leads to you being successful. Now, you need to make it easier for you to stick to your plan. So you meal prep, you cook your chicken breast and your vegetables in advance. So when it's time for you to eat, all you have to do is warm it up. This way you don't have to fight against that much temptation. Also, if you have cookies in front of you, you throw them away. This way you're not fighting against that temptation. Make it as easy as possible for you to stick to your plan, because you sticking to your plan is what leads to success, even if your plan isn't perfect. Consistency is hard, and overcoming sweets is the reason why it is hard. Okay, so like I just said, throw away the sweets and buy alternatives to the sweets that you want to eat. So, like I said, I used to love honey buns and chocolate chip cookies and chocolate chip muffins and chocolate cake with the frosting on it. I used to love to get cinnamon toast crunch cereal and eat that with some vanilla and chocolate ice cream. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm well versed in what it means to be greedy and fat. Like, that was my reality for years. But what did I have to do? I had to start buying some fruit instead. Then it was torture going from eating chocolate chip muffins that was warm, that had the little sprinkles of sugar on top, to eating grapes. It was torturous. But eventually, my taste buds adjusted, my palate adjusted, and now I value grapes. Now grapes taste like dessert to me. So in the beginning, it is hard, but it does get easier because your taste buds literally change. And literally, as you lose body fat, you begin to lose the craving for very salty and very sweet foods. Your body changes, your taste buds change. So it will be hard in the beginning, but you just stay consistent for, just give it a week, and you're going to crave it less and then less and less and less and less. Also, laziness. I mean, so I like that. A lot of losing body fat is mental. This is why you have to set yourself up to be successful. You have to do things that's going to make it easier for you. You have to do things that's going to have you in the right frame of mind. My wife could tell you, in the morning when I wake up, after I say my prayers, I literally turn on motivational music and I listen to that for like 30 minutes. And it's literally people yelling about being disciplined and being the kind of person who can make sacrifices in order to reach their goals. And that is what I'm listening to. So it just makes it easier. I have friends that are very fit. Like, literally, all of my friends are fit. Like, all of my friends are fitness coaches or they're gym rats. So it's very easy. And I'm a fitness coach. So literally, I've set up my life to make this easier for me. You have to do the same for yourself as well, too. All right. It probably won't be perfect, but you got to do the best that you can. All right. How is the protein treating you? How is the protein treating? Jeremy, how you doing? I'll be honest with you. I haven't even tried it yet. I was gonna lie and be like, yeah, it was good. But the sample that you gave me was actually delicious. Um, yeah, my car, the fuel tank on my car, it cracked. So my car is actually at the mechanic and I left it in my trunk. But I will, I will try it. I mean, I already tried it, but I'll start using it. I love sweet stuff. Gee, how can I stop? I don't even, I just gave you an answer, bro. Throw it away. Like, throw it away. All right, let's see. Let's see. Let's see, what else do we got? And you are telling people protein sources not necessarily just meat. Not necessarily. Technically, when I say protein sources, meat is a protein source, but it could also be fish. If you're a vegan or vegetarian, it could be tofu, or it could be edamame, or it could be seitan, or it could be tempeh. You can literally pick any protein source. And if you're somebody, like I just signed a new client on who told me that she can't eat, like she doesn't like meat. She'll do fish occasionally, and she'll do tofu occasionally. So I just said, okay, we could just supplement your diet with some protein shakes just to make sure we hit your protein goal, which isn't that much. It's like 150 grams of protein that she needs. So, yeah, protein sources. Key Crazy Fit. What is your name again, bro? Is it Keyshawn? You still in here, bro? You the man. This guy's a beast. I love the advice you give. It really has been helping me feel better. Oh, I'm really happy to hear that. When I think of fat loss, it's really so simple. Sometimes people will ask me, why do I say the same thing in my videos and you repeat yourself so often? Because literally, it's that simple. If you're about to eat your breakfast or your lunch or your dinner and you don't know what to eat, all right, you pull out a plate and you just make sure on that plate you have some protein and you have some vegetables. And if you're a man, do 8 ounces of a protein source and plenty of veggies. If you're a woman, you can do 5 ounces of a protein source and plenty of veggies. And if you follow that, you're going to lose weight. If you're a diabetic, it's going to get better. If you have high blood pressure, it's going to get better. It's literally that simple. I tell people, like, I wish I could make it sound complicated so I could sound smarter, sound more intelligent, but I can't. I'd be lying to you. I'm going to start making stuff up and just, it's funny. I used to do these presentations and I would tell people, like, if you just say things with conviction, people will believe you. So somebody was asking me, like, hey, can I drink water? I was like, no, water is poisonous. But I said it with a straight face and with a lot of bass and conviction in my voice. And she was like, oh, really? I was like, no, it's not. So anyway, I'm just bored right now. So I'm just yapping. Okay. Most people fall off their diet because they overcomplicate it. Without a simple roadmap, you're just guessing your way forward. I agree. Like I said, if you're trying to lose body fat, if you want to get healthy, I'm really big on simplicity. So this is literally how I think about, like, if I woke up 100 pounds heavier than I am now and I needed to lose body fat as simply as possible, the first thing I'm going to do is make a plan, right? I'm going to make a plan. I'm going to make a meal plan. I'm going to make a cardio plan, and I'm going to make a workout plan. So what am I going to eat? How much cardio am I going to do? And what days am I going to work out? And what workouts am I going to do? So for my meal plan, I'm going to pick a protein plus the vegetable for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And if I want a snack, it will be fruit. That's going to be my meal plan. So protein and veggies could be fish and veggies, steak and veggies, or chicken breast and veggies. And if I want a snack, it'll probably be watermelon or grapes. How much cardio? I'm going to do 1 hour of cardio a day. I might walk or I might use the Stairmaster. And I'm going to work out. What workouts am I going to do? I'm going to work out 3 times a week. I'm going to train my legs, my upper body, and my core. Keep it simple. And I know by me following that, I'm going to see results. So, yeah, keep it simple. Is it okay? Is it okay? It's okay. Ice cream diet with 219 calories. What? Is it okay? Ice cream diet with 219 calories. You know what? I'm looking at your name and you don't speak. This English is not your first language, so I'm not judging you at all. So are you asking, is low calorie ice cream okay? Yes, it is. Eating low calorie ice cream is much better than regular ice cream. And as long as you fit it into your daily calories, you good to go. I would much rather you eat low calorie ice cream than you eat regular ice cream. 100%. Like, if I want ice cream, I'm going to get low calorie ice cream. I'll never get regular ice cream. At the end of my cut soon, but still not shredded, if that makes sense. Is that normal? And how to solve it? So if you are coming to the end of your cut and you're still not shredded, then you're not at the end of your cut. You need to cut a little bit longer and cut for as long as you need to to get as lean as you need to. Now, if you're cutting and you feel like, whoa, this cut is like torturous, then this is what I recommend you do. I recommend you spend 4 weeks in a calorie deficit, and then you spend 1 to 2 weeks at calorie maintenance. Okay. And then after calorie maintenance, you spend another 4 weeks in a calorie deficit, and you just alternate like that. This way, you're able to diet consistently and long enough for you to actually get as lean as you need to be without it being like super, just like hard and taxing on your mind and body. Okay. So often people try to create their own plan, skipping the most important pieces that actually make it work. And on top of that, they don't hold themselves accountable. Yeah, no, true. That's why I believe in getting a coach. Like, if you don't know what you're doing, like, get a coach. For business, I got a coach. You know, for fitness, I had a coach. Like, for boxing, I have a coach. Like, you get a coach to give you the blueprint and to hold you accountable. Simple. You good at what you do. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Rice, it's okay for the diet. Rice is okay for the diet if you do it in moderation. Look, I just got this new, I just found out how to connect my iPad to the screen while I do presentations, so I can't get enough of using this thing. That's why I'm using it so much. So look, if you want to eat rice and still lose body fat, this is how you can like structure it. So let's say you have a meal. All right. So on this meal, you have 8 ounces of chicken. This right here is chicken breast. You have lettuce. This is lettuce, you know. This is lettuce, or better yet, this is broccoli right here. Then you have 1 cup of rice. This is 1 cup of rice. That's how you want to do it. You got 8 ounces of your protein. You got 4 cups of veggies, and you have half a cup or 1 cup of rice. So you want to eat rice in moderation. You don't want your plate to look like this. It shouldn't be like, oh, all it is rice and just a little bit of chicken and a little bit of vegetables. That's not what you want. It needs to be 8 ounces of protein, a plenty of vegetables, a little bit of rice. So rice in moderation. Does that make sense? Now, quick question for you guys. Is me drawing on this board while I talk, is this helpful in you guys understanding the points that I'm trying to make? Or am I just like a kid, you know, who's like doodling around? I started your plan 1 week and I lost 8. Whoa. I started your plan and in 1 week I lost 8 pounds, which is probably just water weight, but I'm committed, bro. So if you lost 8 pounds in a week, some of that is water weight. But if you're eating protein, veggies, you're doing the cardio and you're lifting weights, I know for a fact you lost body fat. Like, I have clients who lost 4 pounds every week for the last 12 weeks. That ain't water weight. They're losing body fat. So yeah, you know, you keep on doing it and watch what happens. Like the before and after in like that 3-month or 6-month period is going to look ridiculous. You know, it's funny. So Chris was 230 when he started, and then he ended up at 155 lean. Now he's 200 pounds, still lean. I went on his page the other day. He doing music videos in the bathroom with his shirt off, showing the 6-pack. I'm like, look at this guy, man. But that's what happens when you follow your meal plan, you do your cardio, and you do your workouts, and you stay consistent. I seen him post what he eats. It's protein, vegetables. He does carbs in moderation. He's responsible with his diet. So yeah, that's what happens. You just put in the work, the results come. What's going on, Fit by Jalil? How you doing, brother? Let's see, everybody. Come on, ask your questions. You don't gotta be shy. I ain't gonna bite. Elijah, Sam, what's up? I don't know who that is. It's Elijah from the boxing gym. Oh, what's up, man? How you doing? What's up, kid? I miss you, little bro. What happens if you cannot walk because of knee issues? What do I do to replace it? So you can probably do like aquatic workouts, which basically mean you could do stuff in the pool. They also have arm bikes that you can use. Maybe you can use like an exercise bike because that might not be as much pressure on your legs. But those are some things you can do. You can also go on YouTube and look up like chair aerobic exercises, because what you're trying to do is you're just trying to be active. The more, like, any way you can move your body is going to be you burning more calories. So you just want to find a way to be more active. You know, if you want to go to the park and play, what's that sport called? Where they, it's not pickleball, table tennis. Like, do something where you're going to be a little bit more active. Just find creative ways. Let's see, very helpful. Okay. So the me drawing around is helpful. So look, pay attention. So this is Sam. Sam lifts weights and he builds muscle. That's supposed to be an arm. That's funny. What to do if you're lean, but you have a little love handles and it's taking ages to get rid of it. So you need to keep on losing body fat. All right. So if you have 5 pounds to lose, you need to do the same exact thing as if you had 100 pounds to lose. The only difference is you don't have to cut and diet and do the cardio for as long. You're going to reach your goal maybe in 3 weeks, as opposed to, 3, 6, 9 months. So same thing. Chris, transformation. Yeah, Chris goes crazy. Let's see. How can I lose my gut? I'm 25. I lost 11 pounds so far. You just keep on losing weight. Keep on losing weight. So if you lost 11 pounds, if you lost 20 pounds and you still have a gut, you still have belly fat, that just means you have to lose more weight. You probably got to lose another 20. You probably got to lose another 30. People fail at this stage because they give up too quickly. So just keep on doing exactly what you were doing. It will take longer than you think. The scale will probably like plateau on the scale. Like, so the scale won't move, but you'll still be losing body fat and building muscle. You'll be doing a body recomposition. The biggest thing is to stay consistent. Quick story about myself. There was a time I was doing a cut and the scale did not move for like 5 weeks. But when I looked at my photo at the beginning of the plateau to the end of the quote unquote plateau, I was way leaner and I weighed the same exact amount. And plenty of my clients go through that as well too. I got Barbara, on the scale, the difference was like 3 or 4 pounds. But if you looked at her photo, in the first photo, she didn't have abs. And then in the last photo, she had abs and she weighed like the same amount. So yeah, just stay consistent. What do you think of Mounjaro? I mean, so I got plenty of clients that do use GLP-1s. As long as you're able to diet, do your cardio, and you lifting weights, I really have no, I don't see any of the negative side effects from it. I'm not recommending you take it. I'm not recommending you don't take it. It's kind of irrelevant to me. The only thing I care about is, are you dieting, doing your cardio, you lifting weights, are you getting enough sleep? I care about that, because even if you do take a GLP-1 and you don't change your lifestyle, you're not going to see results. I just know it makes it a little bit easier because it'll kind of shrink your appetite a little bit. So it could be helpful. But yeah, I have no opinions on whether or not you should take it or not. Any tips for wider shoulders if you have naturally narrow shoulders? Just focus on building muscle. Do your shoulder presses, do your lateral raises, build your chest muscles, build your back muscles. If you build enough muscle and you lose enough body fat, chance that you're probably not going to be complaining about like the issues you're having now. You're probably not going to care too much about. There is no age limit. You can do it. Who said something about age? Let's see. I am 63. Do you think I can lose weight? Of course you can lose weight. Yeah, one of my best clients, like many of my best clients are like 56, 57, 60, 68, 65 in that age range. Yes. And yes, they're losing 3 pounds a week. They're building muscle, which is crazy because when I was younger, I didn't think that was possible. I used to think that 60 was ancient. But my clients are proving me wrong every day. It's like they making me look bad. Yeah, coach, this is how much I lifted. This is what I did. I'm like, dang, I got to tighten up a little bit. So, yes, Angie, you're 63. I promise you it is possible for you to get into the best shape of your life. Let's see. All right, so for everybody that just came in here, I am doing a special promotion with my fitness coaching. For all the people who want to try out fitness coaching, Your first month will be 50% off. So the first month will be $125. Then after that, it'll be $250 a month after that. So if that's something that you're interested in, if you're on Instagram, you comment the word ready right here in the live, and the link to get started is going to get automatically sent out to you. And if you are on Facebook, YouTube, you can comment the word ready, and the link is right there in the comment section, but comment the word ready and I'll drop it again. Now, this is not something that like, you know what I'm saying, there's going to be like live forever. Like, I'm stopping that in like 10 minutes when I'm off of this. So let's move on. Let's see. Salute. What's good to eat pre-workout? I work out early. So you could work out fasted. You can do a protein shake before you work out. You can do a banana before you work out, or half a banana. Some people do like a Rice Krispie treat. Some people do half a Rice Krispie treat. It depends. So if you're going to be doing weightlifting and you want to get some carbs or some sugar in right before you go to the gym, then that's fine. So sometimes what my wife will do is she'll do like a small serving of fruit snacks, like literally like 30 minutes or a few minutes before she gets into weightlifting. Just have that simple sugar in her system to give her fuel for her workouts. Now, listen, if you're trying to lose body fat, you probably should not do that. You want your body to be using your body fat for energy. So, but if you're like a collegiate athlete, and if you perform at a high level, if you go to the gym and you really crush it, then yeah, do a banana before you work out. But if that's not your reality, then you probably don't got to do all of that. No. Okay. Yes, for the visual learners. Okay, I'm happy that this thing was helpful for you. What's good to eat? Answer that one. How do you calculate how much protein you need? Okay, so to calculate how much protein you need, what we want to do is we want to guess and estimate what is my ideal body weight. What is my ideal body weight in pounds? So that means if I was to have abs, if I was to have a six pack, how much would I weigh? So you might say, okay, if I got down to 150, if I weighed 150 pounds, then I'd probably have a six pack. So that means you should eat 150 grams of protein every day. So you want to eat 1 gram of protein for every pound of your ideal body weight. Okay, that's how you calculate that. Hello, Tasha. How are you? All right, let's see. I am 5'9" and a medium build. What should I weigh? I want to be sort of the same body frame as a cross between Denzel and Seal. Denzel is like 80 years old. Why do you want to look like Denzel? I'm sorry. That probably was a bad joke because I don't know how old you are. So I apologize. Yeah, I don't know how much you should weigh. I couldn't even tell you. I'm sorry. But, yeah, I don't even know how to begin to answer that. The answer is 1 pound of protein per pound of ideal body weight. So not even lean body mass or not body weight, but ideal body weight. I have been following your protein and veggie plan for 2 weeks. I have lost 7 pounds in 2 weeks being a diabetic. Oh, wow. Congratulations. Mission possible. That's amazing. When you first started, were you doing 2-a-day workouts? When I first started, got to use my whiteboard again. When I first started, this is what I was doing. I was doing a 5-minute jog every morning. Every morning before work, I would do a 5-minute jog. And then every evening, I would go to the gym and I would lift weights for about 60 minutes. Weight lifting. Okay. Now back to the jogging. When I first started, right, every week I would increase it. So at first it was 5 minutes in the morning. Then it was 5 minutes in the evening. And then next week, guess what it was? It was 10 minutes in the morning, and then 10 minutes in the evening. Then it was 15 minutes in the morning, and then 15 minutes in the evening, and then 20 minutes in the morning, then 20 minutes in the evening. And I just kept that going until I was running for 60 minutes in the morning and 60 minutes in the evening. But I started slow, and I allowed my body to slowly graduate and do more and more and more. So ultimately, I was jogging, really. I was jogging 5 miles every morning and 5 miles every evening. That's what I did when I first got started. And what motivated me to keep doing that is because in the first week, I lost 5 pounds. Me losing that 5 pounds in that first week, it had me so motivated. You couldn't get me to stop. So that's why I believe in starting strong, because that motivation is a powerful thing. I just learned about incline and decline squats, but for some reason I can't do incline body weight squats, but I can do a million regular and decline squats. Any suggestions to conquer incline squats? What do you mean by incline squats? Do you mean you have your heels elevated or your toes elevated? Use that language for me, because I don't know what incline or decline squats are. Started July 25th at 217.6. I weighed in at 211.8 yesterday. Wow, only thing I've done really is change my eating habits. I get 10K steps in every day at work easily. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's why, if like, for most people, the only thing they have to change is their diet. The only thing most people got to change is their diet. And literally, it could be this simple. If this is your breakfast, this is your lunch, this is your dinner, just make sure each one of these meals has a protein and vegetables. Protein and veggies for breakfast, protein and veggies for lunch, protein and veggies for dinner. And if you want to have a little bit of carbs, you just have a small amount of carbs with one of these meals a day. That's simple, and you'll lose weight. And the other thing is the snacking. You can't be snacking on junk food. If you want to snack on fruit in moderation. This is so fun. I love this little whiteboard thing. I could go live. I could do this live thing for hours. Huh? What happened? Oh, we got to go? All right, baby. All right, let's see. I have lost 10 pounds with one healthy meal a day with protein and leafy greens. Is that reasonable over time when losing weight and gaining muscle? So if you're doing one meal a day, should I do it? Yeah, we should do it. If you're doing one meal a day of protein and veggies, at the most, you're getting in 50 grams of protein. So if you should be getting in 200 grams of protein and you're only doing 50, that ain't good. You're going to be losing a lot of muscle if that's what you're doing. That's why I recommend doing 3 meals a day. Each one of those meals needs to have like 8 ounces of protein, or 5 ounces if you're a woman. That at least is going to have you doing 160 or close to 200. You need to get enough protein or else you'll be losing muscle. So yes, doing 1 meal a day, yeah, like you'll lose weight, but you'll lose a lot of muscle too. And that's not what we want. What you could do the 1 meal a day with the protein and the veggies. But if you do 2 protein shakes a day too, then that could have you, let's say you get 50 each meal, then that's 150 grams right there. That's not too bad. So you could do that. Lindsay Rose. Do I know you? Do I know you from the gym? I think I know you, but I can't tell from your profile. But what's up, just in case I do? All right. Incline is toes raised and decline is heel raised. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so you trying to do squats with your toes elevated is going to put a pretty good stretch on your I'm going to be careful. I don't say the wrong thing. The internet could be unforgiving. Okay, so I can see how it could be weird for you to do squats with your toes elevated. Let me see. I would actually want to do it before I go in deeper on that. But yeah, for most people, it's easier for them to do regular squats or with their heels elevated. What you could do, your name is Long. Why is your name? Why would you name yourself that? I just realized what your name is. No, what we could do is, I'll get back to you after on this. I am hovering around 178. I would like to be around 165. I do fasting and don't want to eat 3 times a day, maybe eat 2 times a day. So that's fine. You could eat 2 meals a day. If you do 2 meals a day plus 1 shake, that'll be decent. You know, that's better than nothing. So that'd be fine. Now, I used to do that. I used to do 2 meals a day in a shake. But what I found is I was only getting close to like 150 grams of protein a day instead of me getting the 200 that I needed. Now I make sure that I get 220 grams of protein a day. And what I've realized is that my strength has increased on every lift tremendously. So you really need to prioritize getting your protein in while trying to be in a calorie deficit if you really want to lose body fat and build muscle and just get the best results. If you just care about fat loss right now, then that's fine. All right. I'm about to get out of here, guys. I appreciate you all, though. Let's see. 9 o'clock. All right, next question. I want to lose 20 pounds. What is the fastest way to do it? Matter of fact, I think I have a good answer for that. Let's see. I'm actually going to pull up a client that did that. That'll be the easiest way to do it. If I can find it. Can't find it, whatever. Okay. So the question is, I want to lose 20 pounds. What is the fastest way to do so? So the fastest way for you to lose 20 pounds is to do 3 things. Number 1 is we fix our diet. So this is how I would be thinking about the diet. I'm going to make sure that every meal I eat, every meal has 5 to 8 ounces of a protein source. That can be chicken, any type of meat, fish, or any protein source, plus plenty of vegetables. And honestly, that'll probably be all I have on that plate. Just the protein and the vegetables, right? 3 times a day, no snacking. Next, cardio. I'm going to do at least 60. So I'm going to do 60 or more minutes of cardio every day. Some days I might even do 2 hours if I'm really trying to lose 20 pounds as fast as possible. Like if I'm trying to get this in like 5 or 6 weeks. Next, I'm going to make sure that I'm lifting weights hard. So I'm going to be lifting weights at least 4 days a week. And that's it. It's simple as that. All right. Just started working out. I want to shrink my back, but it's kind of big. What can I do? So when you say your back is big, are you talking about body fat, or do you mean like you just have so much muscle your back is big? I'm assuming you're talking about body fat. So if you have a lot of body fat and your back is big because of it, all you have to focus on is just losing body fat. So we just eat less calories or food and we move more. So what's an easy way for us to eat in order to be eating less calories? We eat 3 meals a day. Okay, 3 meals a day. Each one of these meals is going to be a protein plus vegetables. So that can be chicken plus vegetables, or that can be egg whites and plus vegetables. 3 meals a day. Chicken breast and veggies, eggs and veggies, steak and veggies, etc. Next, we're going to do at least 60 minutes of cardio every day. And that's what you do if you want to lose weight. Then, of course, you should be lifting weights as well so that you build some muscle while you're losing this weight. So simple as that. So you guys, for the guys who've been on here with me for a while today, I was talking earlier about how like a lot of what I'll be saying will be like similar advice because it's very similar. So yeah, that's what I meant by that. Thanks, Sam. You're very welcome. Alan, you're welcome, Alan. How can women shrink their backs? Literally, oh, I just answered your question. Can I make swimming into the cardio? Yes, you can. So, what can you do for cardio? So, for cardio, you can literally do anything that you can do anything that makes you sweat, okay, or anything that makes you that increases your heart rate, that makes your body work harder. So, you can walk, you can run, you can use the treadmill, you can use the stairmaster, you can use the elliptical, you can swim, you can dance, you can play a sport, you can play tag. You can literally do anything that makes you sweat, makes you burn more calories. I think I said you can dance too. So yeah. So can you do the incline treadmill or stairmaster? Yes, you can. Let's see. Let's see. Boiled eggs. So if I was going to do boiled eggs for breakfast, I wouldn't just do boiled eggs by itself. I would do 1 cup of egg whites, and I would do that with 3 boiled eggs. Why would I do it like that? Because 3 boiled eggs, it's probably around 18 grams of protein. And if you need to get 200 grams of protein, 18 grams is nothing. But if you do the 3 boiled eggs with 1 cup of egg whites, now that's 25 grams plus the 18, which is going to be something. I don't know off the top of my head. So it just gives you more protein for your breakfast. Or I would do the 3 boiled eggs, and then I would do that with a protein shake. All right. That way, I got the 18 grams of protein from the boiled eggs. The boiled eggs are going to keep me nice and full. And I'm going to be having the 30 to 40 or 50 grams of protein from the protein shake. Now, what I do personally for breakfast is I do 2 eggs and I do 7.5 ounces of chicken breast. That's my breakfast every day. And that literally is 66 grams of protein. So if you're somebody who's trying to lose body fat and build a lot of muscle, that right there is an excellent breakfast idea. And I highly recommend that you do it. Can we have boiled eggs with vegetables? I would do boiled eggs, egg whites, and vegetables. Running steps is the most bang for your buck for cardio for me. So just because something is very intense and it burns a lot of calories in the moment doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be the best cardio option. Because if you run steps, let's say you can only run steps for 20 minutes and you're able to burn 300, 400 calories. Can you do that every day? If you can, fine, right? But it may be too intense for you to do every single day. So, if you have somebody who's able to walk on the treadmill with the incline for an hour a day and they're able to burn 600 calories and do that consistently without getting injured or without burning out, then for them, that'd be the better option. So it does depend. Um, like sprints burn a ton of calories, and I love sprints. I can't do sprints every day. I can sprint maybe twice a week. If I try to sprint every day, I'm going to pull a muscle. I'm going to get hurt. I'm going to be fatigued and just tired. So it depends sometimes. And I also recommend that you alternate between hard cardio and easy cardio. So let's say you have a week, right? Day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Monday through Sunday. On day 1, you go hard. On day 2, you go hard. On day 3, you go easy. On day 4, you go easy. On day 5, you go hard. Then the rest of the weekend, you go easy. So that's how I like to alternate it. So this might mean you do the stairmaster, then you walk. You do the stairmaster, then you walk. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Sam, do you have days that you just eat out at dinner? Yeah. So usually on Saturdays, me and my wife, we go out, but we're not going out today because she feels like meal prepping. She wants the meal prepping, so she doesn't want to go out. And she's actually right over here, but so I blame her. But yeah, normally we go out on Saturday and Sundays. So what I'll do on the day that I'm going out, this is how I'll structure it. Let's say it's a day that it's going to be a cheat day. For breakfast, it will be very clean. So it'll be 2 eggs and 7.5 ounces of chicken breast. For my lunch, it'll be clean again. It'll be chicken breast and veggies. But for dinner, we'll go out and we'll just eat something that is kind of healthy. So it might be a burger with some veggies, or it might be something kind of healthy, a little bit of what I want, but nothing too crazy. So that's how we do it. I try to make the day kind of healthy. I'm a beginner and I'm so confused in the gym. Yeah, I mean, I would love, like, you got to give me more information than that, then I could probably help you out. But I'm about to get out of here. So once again, this is it. If you guys would like to work with a fitness coach, I was doing a promo, but that ship has sailed. If you guys want to work with a fitness coach, you can. And what I do as a fitness coach, let me explain to you what I do. Let's see if I can find this. Let me see if I can find this thing. Slides. All right, where's this thing at? Okay, this is good. Now, if you do want coaching, I will do this. This is it. If you do want coaching, what you can do is I'll drop the link for it in here one more time. But I'm about to log off, so I'll catch you guys later after this. If you're on Instagram, you can literally just comment the word ready. You sign up, and then we'll get you started. All right. It's $125 for the first month. That's the promo. $125 for the first month. If you're here on Facebook and YouTube, this is the link right here. It's in the comment section. Copy it, paste it, etc. Afterwards, we schedule our first call. Matter of fact, to everyone that signs up tonight, there's a few people I got to reach out to. I'm going to be reaching out to you in the next 5 minutes. I'll be giving you a call. Other than that, everybody, peace out and take care.